Hello Saginaw CERT members. Hope everyone's doing well through the COVID-19 and sheltering in place. As you know, back in December, Saginaw CERT purchased the Portacool Cyclone 120 Portacool to put on the rehab for the fire department as a Christmas gift. We had hoped to be able to conduct a training on this before that and get it into service, but due to the shelter in place and such, we're unable to conduct a meeting or training at this time. So therefore I put together this video on the unit, how it operates, how to put it away, so on and so forth. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. My email, pafe1@aol.com. Again, that's PAF, the numeral 1, at AOL.com, or my cell, 407-840-3228. Here we are back again, CERT. Go over the Portacool operation. I'll start out with the power controls. First of all, there's a 110 plug. The 110 plug has a ground fault switch on it, so just make sure that that's in the reset position. Then the controls, we have an on-off switch for the pump and for the fan. When we begin operation of the unit, we're going to want to plug it in and turn the pump on to start circulating water once we have water in. The red LED light will be on unless there is water, enough water to run the pump in the unit. We're going to want to run the pump for a few minutes ahead of time, and then you can turn the fan on to either low or high. Now we've moved over to the other side of the Portacool, and you'll see there's a few more things here. First, we have our water level gauge. Right now it's almost full. We have a valve here. The valve is to control the flow of the amount of water that's going into the cooling screen. You don't want it overflowing and falling out. So as you're operating it, you can open and regulate the water flow so that it's not spilling out. To fill the unit, you can either use a garden hose connection, which is down here. Notice it says 50 psi max water supply, and that's because there's a float valve in here that will automatically stop the water flow when the tank of it is full. Now, most household water pressure is between 40 and 50 psi, and with the friction loss of the hose, we'll be well within that. So in the event, we'll show a couple different ways of setting it up, but say for example you use a residence hose connection. We have the flat lay hose in the rehab unit that's in the back left hand side, and we can run that to this and we won't have any issues. Another way to fill the unit is through this little door here, and this will allow you to just dump water in directly, and so on and so forth with that. Again, the unit has the fill gauge in it. These are the cooling fins on the back of the unit. This is where the water will flow through and the air to actually provide the cooling. Again, this is where we want to control the water flow coming down, and we'll demonstrate that later. Down below, down here, is a drain, and that is when we are done using the unit. We will actually shut it off and drain the unit. We'll actually leave the fan on, but shut the pump off, drain the unit, and leave the fan running for 10-15 minutes to dry the fins out. Now, in addition, we also have the manual, which I've laminated and put together, and that will be kept on the rehab unit, probably attached to the Portacool once we finally get it located, but it'll be easily available, so if you have any doubts or wondering how to hook it up, the instructions will be here. Another important item regarding the handling of the Portacool is that the unit weighs about 50 pounds. Now, one person could pick it up, but it's very awkward. So in order to move this, take it to and from locations, it does have wheels, but if you're unable to wheel it, or you need to lift it into the unit or out of the unit, please get someone to assist you with this. Again, this thing should always be empty when it's moved around, and then once it's in its position ready to go, you can go ahead and operate it. Should you have to move it and it's okay to move on the wheels, then go ahead and move the unit in with full water. If not, you'll have to empty it in order to carry it, because it's got a 10-gallon capacity and that would be 80 pounds additional weight to the unit. Again, if you have any questions, please give me a call. Thank you.